SMEs are very, very important for domestic market, for production, for industrialization, but SMEs are also important for export markets. Most of the companies in Uganda are SMEs, and they are the ones employing most people in urban centers and in rural areas. Uganda has negotiated and has also been offered access to markets. In India, in China, we have the EU, European Union, but also we have our regional markets. We are members of COMESA, we are members of ESC. What has been the challenge is penetration, entering those markets. Why we are not entering those markets, and entering does not mean that we are not already exporting there, but we are not exporting a lot, is do we have the right quantities and quality of the products along the entire value chain, including value added. So the challenge is that we must first produce products that fit the markets that we have. We cannot talk of export promotion until we have handled supply side constraints. Now, what is agreed is that value addition is important, and the President has highlighted it in all his speeches and all the documents of government. Value addition is important, and therefore all are agreed. Our Minister of Trade, Minister of Finance, the government is agreed that we need to support SMEs. One of the ways is to build their capacity to understand how to penetrate markets, export markets. Because to enter an export market, you need information. To enter an export market, you need promotion. To enter an export market, you need readiness. To enter an export market, you need the quality products and you need quantities.
Uganda Export Promotion Board has a program called Export Readiness Program, and this is mainly to equip SMEs to prepare them to improve their performance for exports. Small and medium companies in Uganda need hand-holding because there is a lot to learn, there is a lot to improve on their businesses. So the Export Readiness Program is focused at doing this. This program started last year. We started with about 50 companies, which we are working with through this program to ensure that by the end they have done a number of shipments. We have a database which has almost 300 companies. This year, we are also going out to assess 50 more companies and to work with them. Now, the program involves, apart from assessing, we train them. Then we are also organizing trade missions, especially within the region. And these trade missions are to help our SME companies appreciate what the market is looking for.
We have already done the export readiness assessment, and we have already began to build the capacity of some SMEs. If we don't produce products that are exportable, we will never export.
We've been exporting commodities without a strategy or without a plan. So in this National Export Development Strategy, we have been able to prioritize the commodities that we intend to export, and we have laid emphasis also on value addition, which we think should be the future of our country. This strategy was passed by Cabinet, and all of you have got a copy. It will show that now we do have a direction in where our exports are going to be, and that will help us to reduce on the deficit between the exports and the imports of our country, the trade deficit. I therefore declare the strategy open.
This action plan focuses on the supply side, on the need to produce, production and productivity. First, increase what the market requires.
Why would somebody come here, take our raw material, produce things for sale, yet we own the raw material? Like a kind of a grant or soft loan on a long-term basis, if we had this kind of thing, I think this industry would have been developed by now, because I've got all the vision, I've got all the paperwork done, I've got all the plans laid down, but it's the financing.
Cabinet approved the National Export Strategy, so our view and our hope is that we shall get export development funds. These are cheap funds that we can give to the entire value chains that are involved in production for and commercialization of exports. This is very, very important because countries that have developed do have an export development fund. For starters, we think we can get about 500 billion Uganda shillings to put into this fund. But secondly, what will this money be used for? It will be used for the farmers, for farming, for production and productivity, for processors, for manufacturers, even logistics and exporting. And this is very, very important because this money can be used to do production. This money can be used to buy seed. This money can be used to buy raw materials for value addition. This money can be used to buy equipment, to buy machinery. This money can be used to buy transport equipment. But it also can be used for marketing and promotion of the SMEs products in target markets. We will focus again still coffee. You cannot run away from coffee as Uganda, but also we'll focus on tea. We have also looked at grains. We are getting a lot of money from maize and beans, but we are also looking at livestock, dairy, beef, hides and skins. We are also looking at the importance of other products.
SMEs will not absorb the available trillions of potential loans in banks if they are not assisted to manage all the 5 aspects of enterprise growth: human resources, leadership and governance, marketing and customer care, production and operations, and then finance. All these aspects here are central to the continuity of growth of an SME.
Where you are right now is Pink Foods Industries, the first chocolate factory in the region, where we are specializing in chocolate, drinking chocolate, and cocoa butter. All done from cocoa beans that we grow from our own farm deep down in Buyukwe, as well as cocoa that we are collecting from cocoa farmers all over the country. We're already having exports, a few exports to Nairobi, Rwanda, and of course our big trading partners in Germany. And so we are extremely ready to have our products go beyond Uganda as soon as our capacities have gone up.
Ori bags ecologically recover agricultural wastes and fibers, biomass into innovative and environmentally friendly packaging materials. Our bags are competitive, they are strong compared to the shoeless packaging bags that come from Asia. We are closely working with the Uganda National Bureau of Standards to put up the paper standard, especially for most of our products, and we are glad that we have a good relationship with them. We have tested the market. We know which shape, which color, which size can sell compared to what has been considered from the Asian countries.
254 standards, new standards of goods in Uganda were developed by Uganda National Bureau of Standards. We believe that contribution will help the business community now input in the government procurement. There is increased export to the region, especially in the manufacturing area. Some of you who were at the exports award, you might have seen most of the manufacturers being awarded. They have increased their quality, they have increased their production, and we are helping them to ensure that their quality control measures up to certification and they are able to export. And we are able to give 476 permits to the business community to export within the region. And we believe we should be able to do even more to ensure that more and more companies export within the region.
The idea is getting somebody out and maintaining continuity so that the level at which they leave the incubator, they only can go higher. For us to be successful producers of marketable products, we must address issues of quality. So it's imperative that we change the mindset of our people from making things simply for the utility value and making things that are for the market, that the market will accept.
Congratulations, Serena. Our Youth Exporter of the Year.
I was particularly impressed to see many more younger people involved in exporting our products. That guarantees us another 50, 60 years of the active export activity.
Last message to SMEs is that you keep doing what you are doing, keep producing, keep doing the right thing. We have begun to approach government to request for support to SMEs to make sure you produce quality and quantity and you export, because when you export, you get foreign exchange.